you for coming to Thanksgiving at the Templetons. Hope you enjoy it. Thanksgiving at the Templetons. Thanksgiving at the Templetons by Eileen Spinelli.
Thanksgiving at the Templetons was always a big day.
Thanksgiving at the Templetons meant, of course, the Templeton family.
Mr. Templeton, Miss Templeton, Jenny Templeton, Kenny Templeton, and Grandmother Templeton, and Grandfather Templeton, and Aunt Hannah, and Uncle Fritz, and most certainly the turkey and the trimmings.
It was still dark when Miss Templeton lit the oven and took the big turkey out of their refrigerator. Just then, someone knocked at the kitchen door. It was Mike the milkman.
I thought you had some eggnog for the holiday,
Said Mike the milkman.
As Miss Templeton reached out for the eggnog, the turkey slipped from under her arm. Now, on a warmer day, this might not have been a problem, but this Thanksgiving day was quite cold and the steps were covered in ice.
Before she or Mike could even think, the turkey had slithered into the yard. Don't eat me! Don't eat me! Eat him! Eat him! Get it!
Shouted Miss Templeton.
Mike reached out, but the turkey skidded past him through the gate and into the street. Hurry! Stop that turkey!
Screamed Miss Templeton.
The milkman chased the turkey,
Miss Templeton chased the milkman.
and the turkey slid down the hill into the pond.
Plop, splash, it bubbled out of sight.
When Mr. Templeton came down to breakfast, he took a long sniff.
I don't smell turkey.
Of course he does
To his
smell.
wife.
Of course he does smell turkey. You have a cold.
I don't have a cold. Mr. Templeton insisted.
Miss Templeton shook some pepper in the air. Her husband sneezed. Achoo! See, you do have a cold. After breakfast, Mr. Templeton put on his coat and scarf and hat and gloves.
I'll go to the bakery to buy our pies,
Said Mr. Templeton.
Wear these. I know for a fact it's quite cool out today.
Said Miss Templeton. Sim's bakery was so crowded, the line reached out into the sidewalk.
Mr. Templeton hated to wait in long lines, so he went to the diner for a cup of coffee.
Have a good day.
By the time he got back, the long lines were gone. So were the pies.
Sorry, because I'm sitting waiting too long. Now my pies are all gone.
No pumpkin, no mince, no rhubarb, nothing. Mr. Templeton was afraid to go home with nothing.
2 boxes pineapple string please.
He said.
Miss Sims, another worker at the bakery, stared at him. She asked,
Do you mean 2 empty boxes? That's right.
Mr. Templeton replied.
My, these feel light.
Remarked Miss Templeton.
Certainly they're light. Miss Sims prices are on how much to buy them.
Miss Templeton set the table. She called her son.
Kenny, you may make a salad. There are lettuce, carrots, radishes in the refrigerator.
Kenny's face grew pale. Just yesterday, he had emptied the refrigerator and fed all the vegetables to the rabbits in Miss Butterworth's class.
Yum, yum, yum. These vegetables are so scrumptious.
How could he tell his mother?
He couldn't. So he covered the empty salad bowl with aluminum foil and stuck it in the back of the refrigerator.
When the others went to pick up their relatives
relatives at the train station, Jenny stayed behind to mash the potatoes. Every year this was her job. She loved it.
This year will make them even better. I'll use the electric mixer.
She thought. Just as Jenny flicked on the switch, the phone rang. It was her best friend Nora. If there was one thing Jenny loved to do better than mashed potatoes, it was to talk. Jenny talked and talked and talked to Nora, and she still liked talking today, but not a wet gulp of something hit her in the back of the head. She turned to see what it was. Another gulp hit her in the face. The mixer was going wild and mashed potatoes were flying everywhere. Without even saying goodbye to Nora, Jenny hung up the phone, scrubbed her face, and wiped mashed potatoes from nearly everywhere in the kitchen. She finished just as the others came back. Uncle Fritz patted his stomach.
I'm hungry,
He said,
I'm as hungry as an elephant.
said Grandfather Tappleton. Everyone sat down at the table. Mr. Tappleton went to the oven,
I'll carve the turkeys now.
said Mr. Tappleton said. He opened the oven door.
The turkey is gone.
Mr. Tappleton searched on the table, and under the table, and in every kitchen cabinet. He looked in the sink and in the broom closet.
I can't find a turkey anywhere.
Cried Mr. Tappleton. Miss Tappleton took a deep breath. She told them how their fine turkey had slipped out the door, down the steps, across the yard, through the gate, and down the street, and plop splash into the pond.
So much for the turkey,
said Uncle Fritz. And his stomach rumbled a little louder,
Never mind, we'll fill up on the trimmings.
said Aunt Hedda good-naturedly.
I'll get the salad.
Jenny announced. Jenny set the bowl on the table and peeled off the lid as well. Everyone stared at the salad, which was not there. Confessed Kenny. Uncle Fritz looked downright blue.
so much for the salad.
Said Uncle Fritz, and his stomach rumbled again.
I'm as hungry as 3 elephants.
Sighed Grandfather. Kenny jumped up and said,
We'll have Jenny's mashed potatoes.
he brought the pot from the kitchen and lifted the lid.
Eyes on the food. And the mixer might have gone wild.
Jenny said meekly.
So much for the potatoes.
Said Uncle Fritz, and Fritz and his stomach rumbled even more.
I'm as hungry as 4 elephants.
Grandfather,
The pies. I'll get the pies.
cried Miss Tappleton. Miss Tappleton brought in the boxes and set them down and untied the string.
You brought home 2 empty boxes?
Miss Tappleton glared at Mr. Tappleton as he covered his ears.
Five elephants.
No, Grandfather. The dining room was quiet. Everyone looked looked down at the empty table. Uncle Fritz muttered something, but it could not be heard above the rumble of his stomach. A tear ran down Jenny's cheek.
No Thanksgiving dinner.
He sniffled,
Nothing to be thankful for.
sighed Kenny. Grandma Tappleton smiled and said,
Of course there is something to be thankful for. There is more to Thanksgiving than turkey and trimming. Turkeys come and turkeys go, and trimmings can be lost, we know. But we are together, that's what matters, not what's served upon the platters.
Miss Tappleton jumped up and said,
I'll get the cheese and ham out of the refrigerator. I'll fix the sandwiches.
I'll get the pickles. Tappleton. Jenny wiped away her tear and said,
I'll get the pickles.
Kenny laughed and said,
I'll open a jar of applesauce for dessert.
and so the Tappletons had their Thanksgiving after all. Uncle Fritz's stomach stopped rumbling, and Grandfather Tappleton ate enough ham and cheese sandwiches to feed 6 elephants. In fact, everyone had plenty to eat, but most importantly, they had each other. The end.